All right, so review for the quiz. These are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Doesn't matter. It's an old copy. So we have an angle, right? Opposite an unknown. We also have an angle opposite a known. This is going to be our magic ratio. Sine of 67 over 42 equals sine of 33 over x. Okay, this is the easier one. No inverse sign because you were just solving for x. So you just type these two multiplied and divide by sine of 67. So if my calculator would work, that'd be great. So we just type in 42 times sine 33. Make sure you close parentheses. Divided by sine of 67. Here it doesn't matter if you close parentheses or not because there's nothing after it. And there you go. 24.85, so 24.9. Okay. Now over here on the second one, we have these two, and this time we're solving for the angle. So sine of 37 over 13 equals sine, and you can put theta or x, it doesn't matter, over 19. So you're still going to multiply these two and divide by 13. But remember, when you're solving for an angle, you hit second sign. So second sign. Also remember, don't just put 37. Do sine of 37. Close parentheses. Times 19. Divided by 13. And you get 61.59, so 61.6 degrees. If you're supposed to round to the nearest whole number, that would be 62 degrees, depending on your directions. All right, law of cosines for the missing variable. So we're solving for that one right there. If you want to call this A and little a and B and C if that helps you, that is fine. Okay, so we're solving for this, x. If you want to call it a, that's fine. So a squared equals b squared plus c squared. I'm going to just go right to the numbers. Usually I always say write the formula, but we don't have a lot of room here. So 23 squared. Those are the two sides that form this angle. Minus 2 times b times c, so the same numbers again, times the cosine of the angle we have. And you can just type that in as you see it. Now, we're going to square root, obviously, because we want a to equal that number. So we do second square root first, and then we just type what we see. 22 squared plus 23 squared minus 2 parentheses 22 parentheses 23 parentheses cosine of 70. Enter. There it is, 25.8. Okay. Now in this one, since we're trying to find the angle, that's when we use the rewritten one. Cosine of A equals, and again, it's going to be b squared and c squared, or whatever you want to call it, just these two sides, just those two numbers. 17 squared plus 13 squared minus 20 squared. Okay. Sorry about that. Divided by 2 times those first two numbers, 17 and 13. All right. I, again, like to just crunch the numbers first. So 17 squared plus 13 squared minus 20 squared. That gives me 58. And then 2 times 17 is 34, times 13 is 442. So I just do second cosine of 58 divided by 442. And that gives me 82.5 if I round it. Okay, so that was 3 and 4, and now the area problems, 5 and 6. So, formula for area. 1/2 the two sides. 9.5 times 11 times sine of the angle. That's all there is to it. You just type it in. So I like to do 0.5, just instead of worrying about fractions, times 9.5 times 11 times sine of 113. If I do the sine last, I don't have to worry about closing the parentheses. And that gives me 48.09, so 48.1. Now remember, it's square units because it's area. And last but not least, area equals 1/2. You just take the two sides, 18 times 23 times the sine of the angle. And we're just going to type it in. So 0.5 times 18 times 23 times sine of 81. And that gives me, I did something wrong. Oh, I missed my times there. So 0.5 times 18, I guess that didn't register, times 23 times sine of 81. Here's something looked wrong. There we go. 204 rounded up to 0.5. So 204.5 units squared, and that's it.